Pledge. Thank you for showing me the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, folks. You done a good job. All right. We have 4 items on the agenda for amendments, and I think just looking at these, they're fairly long, so we'll take each one of them separately and vote on them, okay? And that way we're not, that will give Finance Director a chance to speak, so if you've got questions, and also there may be something there the Director might want to talk about. So let's start out with General Purpose Fund 141, number 13, and I think you've got a corrected copy that everybody received that. And so look over those items, and, oh, wait a minute, I've got the wrong one. Oh, she marked that one.
It's 142
That's 142.
that had the correction.
Well, you marked that
141
one.
should be, it was an accident, so go ahead and use that 141.
No, I got it. She put a big X to it. That's all right. She just messing with me. Okay. So anyway, we're 141, budget amendment number 13. There are 6 items in this amendment. Any questions, discussions, anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, make note there's use of fund balance on this one, $216,284.33. That goes to item number 6. And right now, we are in the midst of an emergency purchase to replace Patriot Academy's gym floor. I've cleared it with Mr. Treese with the comptroller's office through all the processes. I believe Dr. Arnold and Mr. Bridgewater received 2 quotes. We are going with the lowest quote. And this is for us to go ahead and act upon it right now, since it's very necessary to take care of this as soon as possible. It does include $40,000 for Talbot repairs. All of these funds will be replaced once we receive insurance recovery, and we'll put that back into fund balance to replace it. If there's more funds received for insurance recovery, then wherever the board wishes to amend those potentially back onto here to complete the work or what's needed.
I make a motion, quote. We need to get a second, discuss it.
Oh, we do it either way, it doesn't matter. I got a question.
Yeah, I do too.
Then we still have to vote on number 4, right? Because it's basically the same thing, correct?
No, so this is, I'm discussing item
I mean,
number
it's still the
6.
same dollar.
She's discussing this item.
I'm discussing item number 6.
I know, but
right
I'm
now.
asking though, if, wait a minute, where is it?
Food service,
The very last page, Fund 177 Capital Project Funds. So if we.
so that's a different item on this one. I was
but
just
it's-
gonna review
But
item.
it's the same, dealing with the same money, right? No.
It is, but that's correlating with item number 2 on this budget amendment.
Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, that's what I was asking, yeah.
Correct.
Okay,
And
but
item-
we still gotta.
Yeah,
vote
and
on it.
item number 5 on this one correlates with your food service budget amendment as well.
Okay.
There's a
But
couple that
we still gonna vote on.
are
it.
connected.
Okay. I got it. Now then, any discussion on, Fund 141, Budget Amendment 13?
I just have a question. I don't know who to ask this to. Is there any deductible on our insurance claim?
$500
That's it, okay,
per occurrence.
good,
Uh,
okay. Do we need to take two votes on this? One to take this from fund balance and one to accept the budget amendment? Or does this,
You can accept this whole amendments that are presented on number 13 for Fund 141 altogether. And unless you wish otherwise. There are a few others I would like to speak on before, or if you have any questions on.
Well, my motion is to go ahead and general fund 141, number 13, go ahead and approve that. That's my motion.
All of it,
All of it.
1 through 6, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Okay, we got a motion to approve Fund 141, Amendment 13. Is there a second?
I second.
We got a second from Bill. Any more discussion? Any more questions?
I don't think I said we're gonna get our money back. It's just get the thing done.
Okay. All in favor of the motion of adopting or approving fund balance, Fund 141, Amendment number 13, raise your right hand. And 7. Thank you. I'm making this one. Okay, the next one is Fund 142. This is the one that I saw first. Everybody got the amended copy, right? Okay. Budget amendment number 11. There are 4 items here. Finance Director, do you have anything that you'd like to say, or you just wait on the question? Or
I'd be happy to answer any
There you
questions
go.
if you have any.
any questions?
I move that we approve the budget amendment number 11 as presented.
Is there a second? Second. Did you get that, Rhonda?
I did.
So, any discussion?
Yeah, I do have just a couple of questions.
Right.
On item number 3, where it's the other salaries and wages, 48,000, that's for existing personnel?
Let's see. Okay, and those salaries are not current, those positions are not currently filled. They're moving those positions, since it's a grant, they're moving those funds to, instructional supplies and special ed equipment.
Oh, I see, okay.
It would not eliminate a current employee at this
Okay.
moment.
And my
Yeah,
second,
they budget this in April. So now they have more precise numbers on salaries, and they see that they have some additional monies that can be moved out of salaries to instructional supplies and equipment to meet the needs of teachers and students.
okay. And my other last question is item number 4, psychological personnel, 44,360. Is that for existing personnel counselors?
That's the same
Same
type situation. We are one school site short. Evidently, they stopped inventing them because we can't find them anywhere. So we moved some money out of the first half of the year there again to instructional supplies and special ed equipment.
That's all I have.
Anybody else? All right, all those in favor of approving Fund 142, Budget Amendment number 11, raise your right hand. 7, 0. Okay. This is the one that's got, the X in it, I think. All right. I'm hopefully on the right page. Fund 141, Amendment number 4.
143, amendment number 4?
It's 143.
Yeah, 143, amendment number 4.
Is that what's next, everybody? Okay. All right. Any questions? Would you like to speak?
I would on this one, if you don't mind. There is fund balance usage on this one. This is, the finance office is currently under the Act of 81 as the county is. So we handle all school and county accounting. It's centralized accounting in our office. One thing that has never moved to our office is food service accounting. We process their payroll, but we do not input it or anything right now. So if we receive phone calls on it, we are not able to answer those phone calls. If we have issues processing, we cannot answer those issues. We also do not put in the purchase orders in our system. They are kept currently at the food service department right now for the schools. So under the guidance of our auditors with the comptroller's office, they have asked for us to go fully centralized accounting. So these are this money right here would be reimbursing General Fund 141, who reimburses the county finance department for all school positions. So this is the way for food service to reimburse General Fund 141. I've learned a lot these past couple of days, and Jamie is tremendous in her knowledge and help and guidance through this, so I do thank her on that. One thing I would like to make note is we will budget to reimburse General Fund 141 each year for those two positions out of food service. However, if food service does not have more than 3 months of fund balance for their average expenditure cost, we will not make that transaction. We'll budget for it, but in June, when we normally get the funds from General Fund 141 to our county fund to reimburse for those positions, we won't move it from 143. It would have to come out of 141 at that point, which 141 already pays for the other positions. Yes, sir.
Do we have in the fund balance 55,000 this time on the, is that what we're saying?
Food service we do
In the food service?
at this point.
And you're asking them.
This 55,000 is only reimbursement for 2 full-time positions from February through June. When we start our budget, which is right now, we're going to budget this in, so you wouldn't see a budget amendment, but it would be for the full amounts or what is allowed. Since food service is a federal fund, we have to be careful and we have to make sure we follow their guidelines.
So if we approve this amendment, the $10,945 will come from this $55,000?
No, so this is only on item number 2, the $55,000. And 55 is reimbursement for the months of February through June for 2 positions.
I understand.
And all it's doing is moving the funds out of the federal food service fund
I understand.
into your general fund 141.
Food service.
I'll make a motion to accept the amendment.
A motion's been made to, in Fund 143, budget amendment, to approve budget amendment number 4. Is there a second? Second by Danny. Any more discussion?
One thing I would like to make note is this amendment, as will Fund 141's amendment, receiving those funds will go before Budget Committee on this Monday, the 9th, and then County Commission for approval on the 17th. So it's not approved as of this evening. It has to go through the next 2
It's approved by
steps.
us, but it has to be approved. by-
Correct, yes, sir.
Okay.
Anybody else? All right, all those in favor of the motion to approve budget amendment number 4 in Fund 143, raise your right hand. And 7 and 0 no votes. Last one. Looking at Fund 177, budget amendment number 2.
This
You like to
correlates with your Fund 141 budget amendment that you just approved, item number 2. It's moving our budget from our general fund to our capital fund. This is per audit. We should have budgeted this large project, Piedmont Elementary, under capital funds originally. We just budgeted under general fund 141. So this is moving this fiscal year's. So we went back to what was remaining on the budget for the construction as of July 1st, and this is budgeting it in our capital. This was under the advisement of our auditors with the comptrollers.
Okay. Any questions?
I make a motion to approve it, 'cause we need to do what Tom Cole says. We don't.
So the motion been made to approve budget amendment number 2 in Fund 177. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Nancy. You got that? Any more discussion?
Danny's on.
I'll hurry.
Danny sounds like he's got a lot to say about that.
Everybody say that? No. All those in favor of the motion to approve budget amendment number 2, Fund 177, raise your right hand. All the voters voted yes. No votes. I see nothing else on the agenda, so moved.
I make the motion adjourned.
I second.
Now, this is his